Welcome one, welcome all, it's Luke here. If you're new to my channel, I'm a UK driver of 19 years experience. I'm not an advanced driver or an instructor or anything like that, but just a general day-to-day motorist. Basically, I like to put compilation videos together using traditional YouTube dashcam footage that can generally be quite boring, and hopefully I add something to it with my experience. And maybe my opinions and ideas might help you think about driving safer a little bit if you're slightly lacking confidence, or maybe you're a less experienced driver. These videos are also a good way for me to reflect on my own ideas when I'm driving and actually improve on my own skills. If you enjoy anything about this content, please consider liking, subscribing and commenting. Thanks everyone. Car is approaching the congestion way too fast. Every other car around was at a standstill. For some reason this dashcam car still deemed it safe to drive at a pretty substantial speed into that unclear area. I would say if you're ever faced with anything like this, with a lot of slow moving traffic or traffic that's actually at a standstill and it's obscuring your vision, you have to be triple sure that you are not going to be crossing the path of any unseen vehicles. It's all down to you really as a driver, using your senses. For some reason, like in this position, you're gaining the white car ahead, so you're closing up space. You could see what was happening way ahead of time. This incident could have easily been avoided if the dashcam car just backed out a little bit and given himself a bit more room. I'm not sure why they're so insistent on staying side by side with the black vehicle on the right. All that was necessary to do here was just to back out and give both the vehicles a little bit of space. Clunky, awkward roundabout. Both of these vehicles on this roundabout are just as bad. Neither of them wanted to take the roundabout in the correct manner. The circle in the middle is for you to go around. Don't shortcut roundabouts like that. You go around them to keep like the flow of traffic like visible so people understand like what's happening, as well as indicators. Yeah, just a bit of a silly move. Scary clip again, another one when it comes to like your observations and using all the senses that you have and try and scout everything with your eyes 100 times a second. You just don't know what's coming around the corner, and there are blind spots. Like you might not at first see it as a blind spot, no pun intended, but yeah, you know, it's real tricky, that one. The dashcam car did well there. In like small suburb areas, people do like to drive like this because usually they're like very comfortable with the route, they're very comfortable with the roads. There's no excuse, obviously. You don't cut across the lanes, you don't drive like it's a Formula 1 race, you're not at the go-kart track. There's no excuse for it. I honestly think it's usually people who are on routes like repetitiously day in, day out, the same roads, and then they either get too comfortable or it's just a laziness kind of thing. Terrible driving. This is awful driving. Look at the traffic at a standstill, like, and they're speeding up to 30 mile an hour, probably excess of 30 mile an hour. We'd no idea why or what happened before that clip. Like there may have been something before it, but there's no excuse to accelerate like that into a busy built up congested area. It's terrible driving. Again, it's another clip of a driver accelerating into a congested area of cars. It's obvious if you have the foresight, you would know that your vehicle is probably going to be at a standstill too once you join into this. A little bit reckless in my opinion, this one. Country lane, close call. Whoa! That is reckless. You're basically driving a single lane. Like you cannot expect that something is not going to be around the blind bend. The dashcam car did well here. This clip is disgusting. People that drive like this have no regard for anyone else, no regard for anyone's safety. And the sad thing about this clip is there's a pedestrian with a pram and a baby in the middle of the road there. Like that should be seriously punished on that person's license. This clip's perfectly fine in my opinion. The van is actually ahead of the dashcam car here. So you know, you kind of would expect it to go in front of you. I think the dashcam car did well. It appeared that he wanted to like react and try and hold position, but you just have to let things like this, just let them go, you know. There's one thing about driving like this, it's all well and good you can go fast, but people like this forget that being a good driver is also about being able to slow down and actually control your vehicle. I shouldn't laugh, it's kind of sad. Obviously I don't condone this, and yeah, this could have been really dangerous. Thankfully no one else is caught up in the incident. Looking at this clip, it seems like the speed is just excessive on both parts here. There's just two absolutely arrogant numpties. Thankfully the cam car's done well to stop there, but like it almost appeared like the cam car was looking for a head-on accident, to be honest. I honestly think this dash cam just wanted to drive into the back of this vehicle. I feel like there was a point when the dash camera could have backed out. I'm not saying that the guy that's cut across the lanes has done a good bit of driving. They definitely haven't, but yeah, you do wonder, like, why has this ended in an actual crash? I feel like there was definitely like an earlier opportunity to back out, or just to slow down, or to give way or yield, or however you want to say it. I wonder what the actual speeds these vehicles were traveling. The dash cam looks like it's going pretty quick.